is when it's the fate of the world, it becomes my business.
Hey there, Net Best Buds, welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm Ray, and today we're going to be looking at John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. As the title would suggest, this is the third chapter in the John Wick franchise of over-the-top, extremely violent action movies, all started by the death of a little puppy, and this one does not disappoint at all. But while I have you here at the beginning of the video, definitely go down and subscribe so you can stay updated with all the content that I do put out. And the question of this video is, which Keanu Reeves movie is your favorite? I don't know if I've asked this one with other Keanu Reeves movie reviews, but I love John Wick. I love the Matrix trilogy, especially the first one. You know, first one's obviously the best. The second two, take them or leave them. I have fun with them. But my favorite Keanu Reeves movie, almost called him John Wick, Point Break. I love Point Break. You know, it's the movie Fast and Furious ripped off. On the run after executing a man on continental property and becoming excommunicado, John Wick must outrun a world of assassins and call in old favors to reverse his sentence. So let's start with what I think is the weakest element of the movie, and that's the story. I don't think it's bad by any means. I just don't think it's as focused as the first one or the second one. At some points, the narrative does slow down and drag a little bit, but it's bookended by such intense action scenes, I don't think it can be helped. Also, didn't realize this, apparently the whole franchise takes place over the course of a week. I don't know why I never put that together, but it makes complete sense. That being said, the main focus of the franchise is the action, and my God, is there a lot of it, and it is ridiculous. And great. Not only does it feel non-stop, but it's pretty varied in the action sequences that they do set up, where you have knife fights, and sword fights, and motorbike fights, and even horse fights, and fights with dogs, and there's so much and it's so good. I feel like it goes without saying, but the gunplay is phenomenal, and that's where the franchise has always shined. Going along with all that action is an extreme amount of violence, and I was even shocked by how violent this movie is. It's crazy. Now, I know it's not the best gauge as to how extremely violent the movie is, but Amanda left 10 minutes into the movie because she, couldn't handle it, and it's understandable. It's very graphic at points. And I feel like that's saying something because for the most part, she was able to handle the second movie pretty well. My God, that Philadelphia Sixers guy, he got wrecked in the library. I know they talk about John Wick killing a guy with a pencil a lot, but the way he killed that guy with a book was harrowing. Keanu Reeves is absolutely incredible, as he always is in this role. And do I even really need to say that? The role was basically made for him. It's crazy to think that he's over 50 years old and still doing the majority of this work himself without a stunt double. Bonus points for the fact that he's even able to work in some Matrix references.
Guns. Lots of guns.
Halle Berry was an absolute standout for me for the short duration that she is on screen. The whole fight scene involving her dogs, and John was incredible and just shows how much of an action star she can be. I would honestly love a whole spin-off series focusing on her character. The rest of the cast was also great. You had Lance Reddick, Ian McShane, Jason Mantzoukas, which I didn't realize was going to be in this movie. Mark Dacascos was really fun to watch. He had some pretty funny lines. And even Jerome Flynn was in here. That was pretty cool. The only weak performance I would say is Asia Kate Dillon, who plays the adjudicator for the High Table of Assassins. I think it was what they were trying to do with her character, where she's kind of wooden and impersonable, and it comes off as wooden, but again, I think that was the point. There's also some humorous lines and moments throughout the movie, and I wasn't really expecting as much as there was, but it all pretty much worked for me. And lastly, they do a great job of continuing to expand the world of John Wick. There seems to not only be like an assassin hierarchy, but there's these pockets of assassin clubs and societies, I guess. So I hope we get more of that explored in future movies. And even after seeing 3 movies in this franchise, I still can't tell if the average person knows that the assassins are a thing, because people are getting like mowed down in train stations, and people are just walking by like minding their own business. While I do think that this is the weakest of the 3 installments, I am by no means saying that this is a bad film. I just like the others a little more. The action is off the charts, and I was exhausted after the movie was done. John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum gets a 9 out of 10. After everything that went down in this movie, I'm really excited for the sequel that they have set up. Looks like it's gonna be an all-out war. So that's my review for John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. I absolutely had a blast watching this movie, and again, I cannot wait for more in this franchise. Be it spin-offs like the Continental that they're apparently working on, maybe some Halle Berry movies, and of course, just more John Wick movies. As always, thanks for watching the videos that I do put out. It means a great deal that you're continuing to watch the content. Like I mentioned in the beginning, go down and subscribe so you can stay up to date with that content. Give the video a like, share it with a movie-loving friend, and let me know which Keanu Reeves film is your favorite. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya.